Hello guys, welcome back to my channel MATLAB class. So today I would like to post one more video lecture in the field of digital image processing, and this lecture is about image thresholding function, and at the same time I will explain this function with the help of various examples. So these are the objective of the lecture. So first objective that I am going to cover is to know about image transformation. So in this I would like to explain what is exactly means by image transformation, in which I will explain 2D image transformation function. Then the second objective of this lecture is to know basic function of image thresholding. So what is the basic graph, basic function that we use for thresholding purpose, I would like to explain in the second objective. And in third objective I would like to illustrate thresholding function with the help of various example.
Hello guys, so today I would like to explain you what is meant by image transformation, and at the same time after that I would like to explain how image thresholding is done in DIP. So before going for thresholding, so first I would like to tell you something about transformation. So basically in image transform, the output we can represent with the help of g of xy. It's a 2D variable. G of xy, it is equal to transformation on f of xy. So g of xy is nothing but your output image, and f of xy is nothing but our input image, and this t is called as type of transformation. Type of transformation. Type of transformation means in this case we are going to transform f of xy from f of xy to g of xy. It's a 2D transformation matrix, and in the same manner we can apply as a S equal to transformation on R, where R is your input and S is your output. So with the help of this formula we can transform one image from one image to other image. Now we will go for image thresholding. So in image thresholding, this is the function that we use for image thresholding purpose. In this case, the values which are lower than k are mapped to 0, and the values which are higher than threshold k are mapped to output higher level. Means this is my threshold k. The values which are lower than k are all values are mapped to 0, and the values which are higher than k, these all values are mapped to output higher level. Now I will take one example on the same. Just I have considered one 4x4 image which consists of random pixel value. Now in this case I am going to assume my threshold value is 5. Now I want to find out the threshold image for this input image, and the output higher level I am going to assume is equal to 1. Now I just want to find out the threshold image for this input image. Now I would like to map all the input values from input output. Now you have to consider all these 4 values. So this matrix consists of 0 as a lowest value and 9 as a highest value. So on x-axis you have to plot the values from 0 to 9. So I'm going to plot the values from 0 to 9 on x-axis. So this is my y-axis, this is my x-axis. Now on x-axis you have to plot the values from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now in our example the value of threshold is 5. So you have to draw a function of thresholding like this. Okay, and my output higher level is equal to 1. Now I would like to find out the threshold image. The values which are lower than threshold 5 are converted to 0, and the values which are higher than threshold 5 are converted to 1. So I would like to map corresponding output. So my output will looks like, these are my input values R and this is my output value S. So I want to map R from R to S. So output matrix I just want to form, it's a 4 by 4 matrix. It's a 4 by 4 matrix. Okay, now just check the input image. 3, this first pixel of the image is 3 and this value is lower than 5, that is lower than threshold. So you have to convert that value from 3 to 0 because 3 is lower than threshold. So you have to map this 3 from 3 to 0. So this value is converted to 0. Now in input here I am having the value 2. Now this 2 is also converted to 0 because this 2 is lower than threshold. So my next 2 will convert it to 0 once again. Then I am having 1 here. This 1 is also a lower than threshold. So you have to convert this 1 from 1 to 0. Now this 0 is also lower than threshold. So I am having 0 once again. Now this 3 is also lower than threshold. Now I am having here 0. This 4 is also lower than threshold. So I am having 0 once again. Now the 5 is exactly equal to threshold. So this 5 will map to 1. So I am having 1 here. Now the next value is 6. So basically in our figure the value of 6 is higher than threshold 5. So that value is converted to 1, means we are going to map the values which are higher than threshold to 1. Now next value is 7. This 7 value is higher than threshold. So you have to convert this value from 7 to 1 because that value is higher than threshold. Now I am having 8. This value is converted to 1 once again because that is higher than threshold. Now I am having 9. This 9 will convert it to once again 1 because that is higher than threshold. Now I am having 6. That 6 will convert it to once again 1 because that value is higher than threshold. Now I am having here 7. This 7 will convert it to 1 once again. Now I am having 1 because this 1 is lower than threshold 5. So you have to convert it to 0. Now I am having 2. This is lower than threshold. So you have to convert it to 0. And the last value is 3. This 3 is lower than threshold. So you have to convert it to 0. Now this is my input image. And for this input image I am having this image as a threshold image. So this is my output yes, and this is nothing but a threshold image. We can call it as a threshold image. This is all about image thresholding. The MATLAB implementation of same I would like to explain in the next lecture. Thank you so much for listening this lecture.